on bringing this subject forward today, and I'd congratulate him also on a speech I wish I'd made myself, frankly, and I'd associate myself warmly with it. It was interesting that he started as well with what this debate is not about, and it's worth restating. This debate is not about being pro or anti-Jew or Muslim, Israeli or Palestinian. The reality on the ground is far more complex than that. It's about us being consistent in our application of international law. Now, a few things also bear restatement. Israel has a right to exist. It's an important partner for the European Union and the UK. It has a right to security within its borders, the 1967 borders, which are the only legal borders recognised. I regard myself as a friend of Israel and a friend of Palestine. My party takes a position of principled neutrality in this matter. We favour, as do many of us, a two-state solution. We condemn any violence, whoever perpetrated by, against anyone, and we condemn any breach of international law. Now, any discussion of the Middle East is bedevilled when discussed by outsiders from the Middle East by a willfully short memory on occasion and willful partial-sightedness. We've heard some of that today. And the Trump plan is the worst example lately of it. The Trump plan is not a serious basis for talks, quite the reverse. It rewards bad, illegal behaviour. It should be rejected out of hand. Now, the Israel-UAE and Israel-Bahrain accords are to be welcomed as far as they go. Any dialogue, any cooperation surely has to be welcomed. But they themselves ignore the 2002 Arab Peace Initiative condition that any normalisation of relations is contingent upon the establishment of an independent Palestinian state. The developments in the Middle East are bedevilled by a series of year zeros that seek to erase what happened before. And these accords in themselves do nothing in international law to change or erase Israel's obligations as an occupying power under international humanitarian law. So we've heard from the benches opposite that settlements are one issue amongst many or aren't a significant barrier to peace. I do find that a remarkable analysis which I reject utterly. I'd contend quite the reverse. I think the settlements are the primary obstacle to a two-state solution, in that they've rendered Palestinian territory an ungovernable archipelago. So where the formal annexation seems to have receded for the moment, the occupation continues, and the occupation undermines a two-state solution. So we should remember that under the UK government's own policy, settlements are illegal. Contact with them should be illegal also. Settlement produce is stolen goods, and there should be consequences in dealing in it. So I've got some concrete questions for our Minister. Will the UK ban settlement goods? Failing which, if not, will we at least clearly label them so that consumers can make choices? And following the formal publication of the UN list of companies trading with settlements, what action will the government take against JCB, Opodo and Greenkote, who continue this illegal trade? We all favour a just peace for all in the Middle East, but it must be based on a clear-eyed assessment and application of international law. The UK government could be doing more to encourage that discussion.